Hello everybody, this is the Argus C3 and it's got a lot of limitations, but I am gonna try to take an excellent shot with it. Here we go. So the Argus C3 was a rangefinder mass-produced in 1939. This actually was my grandfather's. It's pretty beat up. It sold about 2 million units, and it's also referred to as the brick or the lunchbox, understandably, because it's, basically it's the size of a brick, so I can see, and it's got the same features as a brick, so, you know. I guess the name just stuck. So here are the vital stats. You got a 50 millimeter lens. It goes from 3.5 to f16, and you change the aperture by spinning this right here in front. The shutter speeds are 1/10 of a second to 300th of a second, and it's really hard to turn this little knob. And the only way to see it is from the front, so you constantly have to like tip up to like read it. And even harder to spin is the focus ring over here. It's really great. Oh, and you got two windows here. One is for focusing, the other one is for composing. So you gotta look through one, look through the other, look through one, look through the other to focus. On top here we have the winder. And if you see here, the winder spins this right here. So basically when you advance a shot, you're spinning this and then it locks, this little pin here locks into place. So you have to lift it up. You kind of lift it up there and then you start spinning it, and then this spins. And when it gets to the next frame, it kind of locks in. So that's how you know the next frame is good to go. And to cock the shutter, you lift up on this and then push the shutter. It's really easy to do multiple exposures, which is kind of fun. But cock the shutter, boom, take the shot. So basically for my first test with this, I had a really kind of different kind of setup. So I didn't actually trust the shutter speeds on this. So I was shooting a fashion show and I had off-camera flashes, and I tried to stop the lens down. I believe it was like f8, and I basically negated the shutter by almost putting it in bulb mode, because you can actually cock the shutter and then hold the cocking lever and take an exposure, and the shutter kind of stays open until you let go. So I figured I could get the exposure with the flashes, so then I could basically light the subject almost exclusively with the flashes and not actually kind of take an exposure. So it was kind of cheating. I don't know. Anyway, it was a major fail. I think it was mostly because I kept missing the, well, let me show you the footage basically. So basically, I think what happened was I didn't have it in focus because it was dark. That was my excuse. But this actually is really hard to focus. So, and I'm sure I missed most of the bulb mode kind of thing, because you know, you can see me and I'm trying to hold camera, the shutter, and the cocking lever and the flash to try to trigger it. But I got pretty ghostly images. I think I could make a case for the function hall was haunted if I posted those somewhere. So there's that. But I'm going to take that as a failure, and I'm going to eliminate a lot of the variables for next time, because there was a lot of variables going on. So my next test is going to be a still life, again with Tri-X, and I'm going to do a lot of bracketing. I'm basically going to play it a lot safer than I did before, when I thought I could just kind of wing it. I don't know. Let's see what happens this time. So in order to load this camera, you push down right over here, and the back opens up. And like I said, I'm going to put Tri-X into this, 400. So you pop this bad boy up right here. Pull it across. Stick the end right into this little slot here. So again, this little catch, you really got to hold that in order for the film to be kind of advanced. Because like I said, that has some sort of like catch. But I'm fairly confident that that is locked in. So basically, let's just advance a couple frames. So right there you can see that's where it catches. So you got to hold it up. Right there. Let's do one more just for a good measure. There we go. Then you're ready to shoot. So here I am, not in studio because it's too cold, with my still life and the setup. So I'm going to go through different bracketing things and see what works. So I metered the scene at 5/6, 50th of a second for my 400 ISO film. So bracketing was kind of a waste of time because the shot that I metered correctly and used those settings looked the best. So after a quick adjustment in Lightroom, just contrasts and bringing the darks down a little bit, I'm pretty happy with the shot. Here it is. Anyway, so as still lifes go, I think this is a pretty good shot. It has kind of that dusty old feel to it, so I think it's got a cool kind of character to it. I also got this other shot of a model named Natasha, and I thought that was a pretty good shot as well. So all in all, I think I set out what I was trying to do. So tell me in the comments below if you think it was a good shot. Maybe I'll revisit it. But yeah, thanks for watching. See you next time.